Good morning, all. Today we will have a session on the preparing a ladder diagram by using software. So here you can see the FST 4.10. I will share this software with you. So we'll see how to open this and how to start with this. So you can install this. Easy steps are there. So here we have to prepare a new project new. Here you have to put one name ABC 1 or anything. I've used that as ABC1. Now here you have to select the controller as FAC compact and you have to click on this OK. So here your project will get created. Then here you have to click on this program and we have to prepare a new program in the form of ladder diagram. There is another way, that is a statement list. That is, we can create a code, we can prepare statements, but here we have to see how to prepare the ladder program by using ladder diagrams. Okay, so select the ladder diagram and click on OK, and you have to click on OK. No need to change anything over here, so just click on this OK. So here you will get the window where we can see the ladder line. Here this is a positive rail and this is a 0 volt rail. So here you have to go to view and you have to select on this toolbar. Ah, here LDR shortcuts are required in order to prepare the ladder diagram. So we can see the tools, the various tools that can be used to prepare the ladder diagram. Here you can see the first tool as a run before. That means first we'll see how to get the contact on this line. Okay. Uh, this will indicate, this small rectangle, dotted rectangle will indicate that we have selected this line. Now there is a contact in this line and I want a line before this ladder line. So I'll click on this run before. So I will get a ladder line before the existing ladder line. Okay, so here I'm getting the new line. Then if I want any ladder line after the existing, then I'll select run after. So mostly we'll be using this run after. Then here you can use comment if you want to mention any special condition or instruction or some command that you want to give it description. Then in that case you can use this function, that is comment. So here we are using contact. Here you can see how to select the lines. So wherever you want to make any change, you can select the appropriate line and you can alter that or you can modify that. So here I'm selecting the first line and I'm taking the one contact over here. So that contact, you can put name of that contact as whatever you want to represent in the program. But I will tell you how to mention things in the program. Uh, the program that we will be considering will be similar to in the will be similar uh, that we have to consider in the software. The only change in that case will be the names of the contacts and the coils. That means the limit switches or the contact names that we are using in the ladder program that we are preparing, uh, we are mentioning those as 1s1, 1s2, 2s1, 2s2, then coils as 1m1, 1m2, 2m1, 2m2. But here we cannot mention those with the same name or similar style of giving name. Uh, Here what we have to do, we have to use the port numbers to which we are giving the supply from those limit switches or sensors, and the ports which we are connecting to the actuators, that is what the output device is. Okay, so here let us consider the 1s1 we are connecting to port 1, then 1s2 we are connecting to port 2, 2s1 to port 3, and 2s2 to port 4. Okay, so we are connecting in one proper manner, one with proper sequence. And on the output side, because the PLC that we will be considering will be one device which will be having input module and the output module. So on the input side we are connecting like this, and on the output side we will be connecting like uh, 1m1 coil will connect to the output port 1, 1m2 to port 2, 2m1 to port 3, and 2m2 to port 4. So we are following one sequence. Okay, so that will be easy to remember the sequence and the port numbers to which we are connecting the contacts and coils, actual contacts and actual coils. Okay, so it's easy to remember this. Now I'll discuss the ladder diagram that is required for a plus b plus a minus b minus. So what will be there? Okay, you just draw the ladder diagram for the sequence a plus b plus a minus b minus, and then you try to listen to this session. Okay, uh, from this moment, so that you will understand it very easily. Okay, so in the first line of the ladder diagram, ladder program, we'll be using S1 contact, then 2s1, 1s1 contacts in series, and then finally we are using the coil as 1m1, so that we will get a plus. Then in the next line we are using contact as 1s2, and second contact in series is as 2s1, and the output coil is 2m1. Then in the third line we are using contact 2s2, and then the coil is 1m2. Then next fourth line, contact 1s1 and coil 2m2. Okay, so in this way we will be creating the ladder program on the paper. So now what we have to mention, we have connected the contacts and coils in the specific manner. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to mention the port numbers to which we are connecting this limit switch 1s1, 1s2, 2s1, 2s2, 1m, and coils 1m1, 1m2, 2m1, and 2m2 in the ladder program which we are generating in the software. So what will happen, the same contacts and the coils will be operated by the PLC. मीन्स जिथे जो कॉन्टॅक्ट आणि जिथे जी कॉईल कनेक्ट केलेली आहे ते पोर्ट नंबर्स आपल्याला त्या सिक्वेन्समध्ये कॉल करायचे, सो दॅट सेम प्रोग्राम इथे रन होईल. Okay, because in the software we cannot mention the names of these contacts on the coils as 1s1, 1s2, 2s1, 2s2, 1m1, 1m2, 2m2, 2m1, 2m2. ओके, या पद्धतीने आपण नेम्स देऊ शकत नाही, बट आपण कोणत्या पद्धतीने करायचे, लाईक ए इज इक्वल टू बी, बी इज इक्वल टू सी, मीन्स आपल्याला जर ए प्रोग्राम लिहायचा असेल तर आपल्याला सी ला कॉल करावं लागेल. ओके, लाईक दॅट. मीन्स मला 1:1 ला जर कॉल करायचं असेल इकडे लॅडर प्रोग्राममध्ये, इकडच्या लॅडर प्रोग्राममध्ये, तर इन दॅट केस I will have to prepare one, I will have to insert one contact and I will have to just recall from the connections which I have made in the initial stages. That means 1:1 कुठे कनेक्ट केलेला आहे, 1:1 is connected to input port 1. So whenever I am considering any contact in the line and whenever I want to consider that contact as 1:1, I'll mention that as input port 1. Okay, if I want to use uh, 2s2, then that will be port number 4. Okay, then I suppose I want to mention 1s2, then I'll use port number 2. So I'll mention in that way: port number 1, port number 4, port number 8, port number 7, port number 3, port number 4, like this. Okay, instead of calling that as 1s1, 1s2, whatever it may be. So this practice you need to consider, you need to follow whenever you are preparing the ladder program in the software. That means on the paper you can mention just to understand, or to just have the logic in continuation, that is from where you are taking the input and which sensor you are using for the purpose of getting the feedbacks. Okay, sorry. On the same line, what you have to do for output side is, suppose we want to give input output to actuator or the solenoid coil as 2 into, then you have to recollect the data that to which output port 2M2 coil is connected. So as we have discussed earlier, 2M2 coil is connected to port number 4. So what we have to do is we have to insert one coil from the tools that are available in the software, and we have to call that coil as a output port number 4. So in that way, we'll be giving supply to the port output port 4. Means actually the logic is, via output port 4 we are giving supply to 2M2 coil. So this logic you have to fit in your mind while preparing the ladder diagram for controlling the pneumatic cylinders by using the solenoid valves. Okay, so this is what, like the sensors and the feedback devices we are connecting to the input side input ports of the PLC, and we'll be mentioning the input ports instead of those input devices and sensors in the program. Okay, on the same line, the actuators to which we want to give output or a signal so that they will be active according to the conditions or after satisfying the conditions. Then in that case what we have to do, we have to connect the output devices with the output module or output ports of the PLC, and whenever we want to give a signal or supply to the actuators, we want to call the input ports to which the output devices are connected. Means suppose एखाद्या पोर्टला फॅन कनेक्ट केला असेल, लेट से पोर्ट नंबर 7ला, अँड जर सपोज आपल्याला फॅनला सप्लाय द्यायचा असेल तर आपल्याला प्रोग्राममध्ये पोर्ट नंबर 7ला कॉल करायचं आहे. ओके, सो दॅट कॉल करायचं मीन्स दॅट विल बी कॉईल, that output port will be in terms of coil, and we have to mention that coil as a port number 7, output port number 7, so that the supply will be given to that port, and from the output port, actual output port of the PLC, the supply will be given to that port, and from that port, since it is connected with the PLC, sorry, since it is connected with the fan, the supply will be given to the fan. So in this way the story will be there. So what we have to do, we have to see the various tools first, and then we'll see how to prepare the ladder program for a plus b plus b minus b minus. Okay. So here you can see I'm selecting this line. Line selection can be seen by using this rectangle. Uh, if I want any parallel contact, then I can click on this. I'll select the line again. This is a compare box. You can see how many functions can be used to compare the conditions. This is a coil. We have to give name over here. Then this is the multi-bit operation. We'll not need this, but you can see what are the various things that we can do over here. These are the gets and the functions. These are the arithmetic operations that we can do for in order to count or multiply the things. Then this is a counter. This is a counter. Here we have to mention the name, and here we have to mention the number of pulses. Then here you can mention the timer. Here you have to mention the time, and here you have to mention the seconds that for which you want a delay. And this is module call. That means if you want to prepare any if you want to use one ready-made function or program or a module, then in that case you can mention that you can call that module, and this is jump. Okay, so here normally we'll be using this counter, then the timer and the coils, okay, on the output side, and on the input side we'll be using the contacts, number of contacts in parallel or in series. If you want the contact in series, in that case we can mention we can select the same line and we can click on the same contact. So what we have to do is whenever we want to insert parallel contact, then we'll have to use this function, that is a parallel contact. Okay, so here we'll be deleting this line and we'll see the program for the a plus b plus c minus b minus. So here we'll use one contact and we'll give name to this contact as I 0 point let's say 0. Okay, so here I 0.0. So we'll recollect the things again. The manual switch S1 that is required to start the system. We'll connect that to the input port 0 of the PLC. Um, the PLC that we are having in the department at our department is having 8 ports on the input side and 8 ports on the output side. Those are starting from port 0 to 7. That means 0 to 7 ports on the input side and 0 to 7 ports on the output side. So to port 0 on the input side we will be connecting manual switch S1. Then port 1 on the input side will connect 1S1, port 2 1S2, port 3 2S1, port 4 2S2, and on the output side we will be connecting the solenoid coil 1M1 to port 1, 1M2 to port 2, 1M sorry 2M1 to port 3, and 2M2 to port 4. Okay, so here I am considering the S1 manual switch, that is port number 0 on the input side. So in order to mention the input port, or giving name to the contact, we must use the symbol as I0 point. Okay, I0 point, then the next digit will represent the port number. The same logic is there for the output side ports. That means O0 point. Okay, because the O and 0 will look same, so there may be confusion in your mind. So just listen at this moment only. It will be I0 point and O0 point. Okay, it's not OO point, so you have to remember this. So I0.0, the next will be in need of the one contact, so that will be I0 point. Now 2s1 is required in order to give supply to the first line, because last output of the cycle is B minus. So B minus is nothing but 2s1 limit switch will get pressed at the end of the cycle or of the process. So here that will be 2s1. 2s1 means 1s1 to 1, 1s2 2, 2s1 3. So it's I0.3. Okay, then if you want one more, that is I0 point, that is for 1s1 limit switch, 1s1 position, then you can use as I0.1. It's not actually required, but you can, if you think and it's needed, in that case you can use this. Then one coil is required in that line, so that is what O0 point. Now we have to actuate 1M1 coil in order to get A plus at the as the first process in the cycle. So we will have to energize 1M1 coil. So that will be O0.1 enter. Okay. So here we need another line. So rung after, then one contact. Then here the limit switch that is required is 1 is to 1 is 2 means I0.2. Okay, and one coil is required, that is O0 point, that is 2M1. 2M1 refers to port number 3, output port 3. Okay, then next line, one contact I 0 point, then after B plus, this first line is for A plus, second line is for B plus, third line is for A minus. A minus means B plus is achieved. That means B plus is achieved means the rod end will be at 2s2 position, means we have to use a 2s2 feedback. So it's I0.4. So click on OK. We'll need one coil, that is what O0 point. Then that is for getting A minus. A minus means 1M2 coil. 1M2 coil is connected to port number 2. Okay, yes, 1M1, 1M2, 2M1, 2M2. Okay, so click on this. Okay, then next rung after. So here we'll be in need, that is what one contact. So the name of that contact will be I0 point A minus. बोला A plus B plus A minus. So getting a feedback of A minus process done, that is what rod end will come to 1s1 position. So 1s1 means 1. Okay, so here 1s1 and the coil is 2M2. 2M2 coil is connected to port 4. Sorry, it's O0.4. Okay, click on this OK. So after this task we have to go uh, to download process. Here the problem is coming as PLC is not connected with this, so error will come. And after going for download project, we'll have to go for online. Okay, so it's giving error about the communication port. So here since PLC is not connected with this, it's giving error. So it's not working. So just at least you can understand how to prepare this program. In every way there it's giving some error. But I will send this software. You can just install it and you can check how to prepare the ladder program for the PLC. Okay. Mm, in the case you are having, in case it is possible in the next year, and if you want to see how this is connected with the actual hardware, then we can have some sessions on this, even on pneumatic also. You can just check the connections, how to get the connections actual. That means on the profile plate, how to mount the components and connect the tubes in between these components, pneumatic components. That can be easily and that can be easily understand by watching the video that Professor Ekmani sir has shared with you on the group, so that you can watch and you can understand how they are connected. But the logic that you can get from the other software that I have shared with you already on that group, uh, that is FST Fluid Sim. So from that FST Fluid Sim you can understand how to generate the pneumatic circuit diagram and the solenoid circuit diagram. So here uh, that's it from my side in case of this ladder diagrams, the programs. Uh, will complete the module number 2, that is mechanization and automation, and module number 4, that is related to sensors and DC motors. Um, because there is in short, that because there is a theory part only, no much no any numericals or no any difficult tasks, difficult concepts are there. They are very simple. I'll complete that in a short span, in small time, in 1 or 2 sessions, and we'll complete those modules. And my focus is to give you maximum uh, knowledge or maximum number of examples with respect to the industrial application, because those are most important as compared to the remaining modules. If you look at the current scenario in the automation industry, because already there is a problem in your case, that is you are not getting you are not coming to the college so that you can understand this with actual hands-on sessions. But no problem, I'll convey the logic and the programs through the video sessions. So thank you so much for watching this session video. So stay connected. Thank you.